Hi everyone, this is Kelly and this is my second bullet journaling video of the year. I really hope you enjoy the video. First of all, I'm just doing a quick flip through of my bullet journal just so that everybody can see what I've already done. For example, my plans for the year, my goals, my money saving goals, and also my January section of the bullet journal. So to begin with, on my first page for my February section, I started by drawing a half of a heart shape and then I cut that out. After that, I then got my watercolour paints and my watercolour paper pad. I then traced the heart shape so that I could draw the design that I wanted to on my watercolour paper. The goal was to make this look something like a heart-shaped box of chocolates that you would receive on Valentine's Day. After drawing the design, I then used my paints to paint the picture that I had already drawn. For this part of the painting, I used a light red colour. I really like how this turned out. I think it looks like a really nice, pretty colour that fits in well with the theme of love for Valentine's. For this next part, I cut out another heart shape onto a piece of paper. I then started to doodle what came to my mind when thinking of how the inside of a box of chocolates would look like. After finishing my drawing, I then used a rubber to lighten the lines that I had drawn. I did this so the lines wouldn't show through the watercolour paint that I was using to colour my drawing. I then just carried on painting the picture until it was all complete. I really do love how this painting ended up looking. I just love the colours and I think it looks really cute. As you can see, I went for more of a pastel kind of vibe. I just wanted it to look really soft and really cute. And as you can see, this is the end of the painting part of this drawing and I really like how they turned out. After finishing the painting, I then got a grey colouring pencil and I began to outline all of the parts of the drawing that I attempted to make look like little wrappers that the chocolates were all sitting inside of. I then added some outlining and a little bit of shading to the chocolates so that they would stand out a little bit more. After doing my outlining and shading, I then got a white Posca pen. I used this to add a little bit of highlighting onto the chocolates to make them look as though they had a little bit of a shine to them. I really love how this part turned out. I think it looks really cute and I'm really happy with it. I then moved on to colouring the bow and ribbon that I had drawn on the outside of the chocolate box. I started off by doing a little bit of a doodle just to make sure that I was 100% sure of how I wanted this page to look. I then got a pink metallic aqua marker pen. I used this pen to colour in the ribbon and the bow. At this point I wasn't sure if the red colour that I had used to paint the box looked okay, as I felt the bow and the box were kinda very similar colours. However, I did like how it ended up looking, so I just left it how it was. I then used a darker pink colouring pencil just to add a bit of an outline to the bow and the ribbon. I was really happy with how these pages turned out. I think they looked really cute. After completing these pages, I then got my journal and I found the page where I had cut out the heart shape. I got myself some double-sided sticky tape and I began to stick down the painting that I had done for this page. I could have used glue to stick this down, however I just find it a lot easier and a lot quicker to use double-sided sticky tape. After peeling all of the protective stuff off of the sticky tape, I then went on to stick down the first page. After that, I then used my double-sided sticky tape again to stick down the other picture onto the other side of the page that had been cut out. Overall, I absolutely love how these pages turned out. I then moved on to the next page. I started by adding some cute little heart shapes and then I added a February title. After that, I started my main February page. This page includes my monthly goals, a calendar and so on. I started this page by writing a February title in a fine liner pen. I then used a rubber to get rid of the lines that I had done to plan how I wanted this page to look. I then chose some floral stickers from my sticker bag. I went for red and pink colours so that I could keep with the theme of Valentine's. As you can see, I added quite a few stickers to this page, but I really do like how it looks. After that, I then got a small envelope that I opened up and I traced it onto some recycled paper that I had used from a Valentine's Day card. I then got a ruler and drew on some lines so that I knew where to fold my paper to make the small envelope. I then cut out the shape that I had traced onto the recycled paper. After that, I got a ruler and some small scissors so that I could score the lines onto the paper so that I could make the folding process easier for myself. After completing my folding process, I then got some double-sided sticky tape and stuck down where the envelope needed to be stuck down. I then added some more floral stickers to the page just to make it look pretty. After that, I then went through my sticker bag and I chose some stickers that I thought would go nicely with this page. After going through all of my stickers, I decided on these stickers that had pretty castles on them. I think the castle sticker looked really cute on that page, and then I added a few little pink clouds just to cover the piece on the envelope that had writing on it. I then got some heart pattern paper and white paper. I used a corner trimmer to round off the edges. I used this pattern paper as it tied in with my February title page. I then used my ruler to draw some neat lines that I could write on. I then used a black fine liner to write down my goals for this month. I then cut out a little circle shape with a heart on it to add onto the envelope. After that, I then got my calendar ready and I got my diary so that I could write down the correct calendar for the month without making a mistake. I then stuck my calendar down and then chose another pretty castle sticker to be stuck down onto the other page to cover some space. I then also stuck down a little February grid area where I could just do some little doodles or add a positive quote. I then did a small doodle of some birthday balloons as it's my birthday in February, and I coloured in the hearts on the titles. After this, I moved on to my mood tracking and habit tracking page. I started this page by doodling a large heart shape. I wanted this to look like another box of chocolates to tie in with the first pages that I did for this month. After doodling my picture, I then used a fine liner and outlined my lines. Unfortunately, my hands were super shaky, so the lines looked very messy. However, it's fine, not everything has to be perfect. And then I just moved on to using my colouring pencils to colour in the picture that I had drawn. For this part, I coloured in the chocolates. However, for it to be a mood tracker, I had to pick colours for each day and colour in the little lines that were the icing on the chocolate so that they would be the colour of my mood for each day. I then used a pink colouring pencil to just circle on my habit trackers what habits I had completed each day. I then stuck down some more red heart shapes. Overall, I think this page looks really good and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I then moved on to the next page. This was my February summary page. My summary page is a page where I can write down my best memories from the month, things that I've learned, and just somewhere where I can put a nice positive quote for the month. I started by using some patterned paper and white paper, trimming the edges and sticking down that paper. I then wrote down my title of the page. After that, I drew some neat lines and I wrote down in pencil what I wanted to write down. I then got some more floral stickers and stuck them down onto the page. I used some little scissors to cut any messy pieces of stickers that were hanging over the other pages. I then got my castle stickers. I picked one, cut it out and stuck it down. However, it did take me a while to cut it out neatly. I just wanted it to look nice on the page. After lots of cutting, I then stuck my sticker down on the page. After that, I used my black fine liner pen to write down the things that I had already wrote down in pencil. This included my best memories, my positive quote, and the thing that I had learned for the month. I then used a rubber to rub out all of the pencil lines that were underneath the fine liner. After that, I used my brush liner pens to colour in all of the parts on the page that I wanted to be coloured in. I then went back to my main February page and I wrote some positive quotes and I did a few cute little doodles just to fill out that empty space on that page. And again, I used my marker pens to give it some more colour. I then got a small piece of white paper, I trimmed the edges to make it neater, and then I wrote a nice little positive quote for me to be able to see on a regular basis. So this is the end of the video, and here is one more look at how my February part of my bullet journal looks. Overall, I am super happy with how my February bullet journaling has turned out. I think it looks really cute. I really love the Valentine's vibe that is in this month's bullet journaling. And again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much, have a magical day, bye!